Well, good evening. What a peaceful little woodland this is. I'm back out here. You may recognise the trig point that's standing in front of me from a previous video. Oh, some months ago, maybe a year or so ago. But it's cold, it's fresh, but dry tonight. So I figured it would be a great opportunity to get back out in the woods. I've got my old 36, 37, 38-year-old tent out tonight. It's in okay condition, but zips are a bit shot, so I have to be a bit careful about them tonight. But I've got about 45 minutes of light left at the most, so I better get cracking on setting up my tent. So that's one pole. So it's a 2-pole tent with the poles parallel to each other. None of this crossing over malarkey. All set up. Hopefully the zips are okay. They really are tired, so I won't be reusing them too much. Once to open and pretty well once to close up for the night, I think. But hopefully they'll be okay for a couple of uses. Loads of room in my tent. It's a 2-person tent, so ample for me this evening with all my gear laid out. I didn't bring a chair. I could have sat out in my porch in the chair, but I didn't bring one, so I'll just have to be sitting on a ground sheet. I've got a ground sheet, so I'll get that out next. Well, I'm sorted, all settled in. Got my camping stuff, cooking stuff on the left here, other general bits and pieces on the right. It's nice. I've forgotten how tall this tent is, but for 2 people I guess you need the extra space. The light is going. There's just a little bit of light left on the horizon through the trees. It is beautiful. Hot chocolate, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Next up, I'm going to do my supper. Got a bit of a feast lined up. It's going to be like a curry-esque thing, a bit of a blend. I just make stuff up. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So it's going to be like a chickeny bit of a curry. So pre-cooked chicken slices. I'll sort of chop that up a bit. I like bacon, so I'm going to stick a couple of rashers in chopped up and stick that in, fry that up first, get that in. I've got some curry vegetables pre-cooked, but they need heating through, cooking through. I've got some curry sauce and like slightly savoury chicken rice, which probably doesn't quite go, but it's the only one I had in the stock. I thought I had another one actually, but it'll do me. So that's for sort of main course, and if you follow my channel at all, you'll know I do rather like custard, so there's a bit of custard involved. And since it's festive time, I've got another Christmas pudding, so I'll be steaming that up a little bit later on. I think it's a bit full. Is that going to squidge down? Well, that's looking nice. Smells good too. I'm not sure whether I'm going to need a whole load of rice. Do I need a whole load of savoury rice? I don't know if I do. Tempting. I might just stick it on. We'll see in a minute. Well, I've gone for a bit of rice. We'll see. There's only a cheap packet of pre-cooked rice. I can't be bothered with boiling water. Uses up too much water that I need to carry. So I just dunk the rice out in a pan, add a little bit more water, and then heat it through for 5 or 10 minutes. And that seemed to work well enough for me. While the rice is there heating through, I've just left the curry in its pot, just sitting there keeping hot. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of curry. No naan breads, I'm afraid. No extra compliments. Rightio, Christmas pudding time. Now I reckon I can do the usual bubbly bit of the old Christmas pudding in my Trangia kettle. That way I can leave it bubbling away with the lid on, okay, and I can then also use another pan for the custard. There's a lot here. Lovely. This is wonderful. Good for keeping me warm. Good morning, good morning. What a lovely night that was. Cold outside, but lovely and warm in my old tent. Remarkable, really. I couldn't do the outside fly zips up quite all the way down. They just stuck binding and then sort of opening too much, so I left them about halfway down. Is it worth changing the zips? I don't know. It's a good old tent. I don't know how much it would cost to change the zips. Financially, is it worth it? Probably not, really. But for nostalgic reasons, I might just get a couple of the outer zips changed. We shall see. Anyway, mostly packed up. Just going to finish my coffee. I've got a lift from the main road in about 45 minutes. It'll take about 45 minutes to get there, so I better get a shifty on. Still got the tent to pack up. Better not be late. I've really enjoyed this overnighter in the woods. It's good, not too cold, and certainly not cold in the tent. And in my sleeping bag overnight, really warm. Bit cold on the fingers while you're doing things outside the tent, doing dinner and supper and a bit of the morning breakfast time. But all is good. What a sunrise as well through the trees. Love it. It's great being out. It's great. well, very near the main road now, so hopefully my wife will pick me up in about 10 minutes. Not done too badly.